from Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to be fixing up an old-fashioned breakfast item. It's called egg gravy. And I'm going to show you how to do that coming up right now. Okay, the ingredients we'll be needing is probably about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. I saved my bacon grease, I think I said that once before. A couple of tablespoons of flour. We're using self-rising, you can use all-purpose. We need 1 to 2 cups of chicken broth. We'll need about 5 eggs. We're going to scramble our eggs up. We'll need, may need just a little bit of water. Now, we may or may not need the water. It depends on if we have enough chicken broth. If we don't have enough chicken broth, we want to get it to the consistency that we want, then we'll add just a little bit of water to it at the end. But I'll show y'all that whenever we're going to get our grease in the skillet and get it melted, and then we'll be back. Okay, we got our grease in our skillet there, and it's all ready to go. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to add us a couple of heaping tablespoons of flour there. You always want to try to get an even amount of flour and grease in your skillet. Now I'm going to get something, I'm going to stir it around here. And we just want to sort of make us a roux here. And let our flour brown good. You don't want to be tasting raw flour in your gravy, so you want to always let your gravy brown before you, and cook for a minute before you put your liquid in there. Otherwise, you'll just have a whole bunch of raw flour, and it's going to taste flour. It's going to be lumpy. It's just going to destroy the whole taste. And so we want to keep it moving around, because flour will burn in a hurry on it. So you got to keep it moving. Like I said, this is bacon grease we're using, because personally I just like to taste the bacon grease in gravy, and I'm going to use chicken broth for the liquid to actually make the gravy with. And to me, you just can't get anything any better to make gravy out of than bacon grease and chicken broth. So you just want to be sure that you got all your stuff, your flour browned up. And I'm just going to add a little bit more flour. Actually, you can add flour at this stage. Once you add liquid to it, you can no longer add any flour, because if you add your liquid and then add flour, then you're going to wind up with just a raw flour in it, because it won't cook down then at that point. So you want to be sure you get it where you want it before you ever add any liquid to it. Like I said, whatever it is, when you start pouring the liquid to it, that's what it is, because at that point you went beyond the point of no return on adding flour. But you see, we got us a roux going here. It's turning brown on us, and that's what we want. We let it cook there for just a minute. While it's cooking there for a minute, we're going to beat our eggs. Get our eggs beat, because we want them ready to pour in here in just a minute. Now I've salted and floured my eggs. That's good enough on them. And we're just going to stir this around again. And what we're going to do, we're going to just put just a small amount of broth in there. And whenever we do, you'll see it'll start to thicken up a little bit. I just want to put a little bit, see how it thickens up there. You want to just add a little bit at a time and just keep stirring. Just a little bit and keep stirring. Once we get it where we got a little bit of liquid in there, it starts to get liquidy, then we're going to pour eggs in there. There, you see we're starting to get a little bit of liquid there on it. And it's starting to thicken back up, so what we're going to do, we're going to dump our eggs in it now and let them cook in it. We want to stir them as they cook, because we want them scrambled. We don't want to just one big mess of eggs. We want them scrambled, and just keep stirring and let them cook down into the gravy. They'll start to cook, and then they'll mix in with the gravy there. You can see them starting to cook some there now. And it'll thicken up, and then when it does, we'll look at it and see what we got as far as needing to add some more chicken broth to it. Now you see how it's thickening up there now? That's the eggs cooking down. The reason we add the eggs now is because we don't want to add the eggs at the end and then not have our gravy at the consistency that we want. If you go ahead and add them now, then they'll go ahead and cook in. You see it's sort of dry, so we're going to add some more chicken broth now. We want to get it back to the consistency that we're looking for. Like I said, I salt and peppered my eggs before I ever mix them up, so they would have salt and pepper in them, so they should have had enough probably for the gravy. Now we'll taste it. We're going to do a taste test here in a little bit, and we'll see if we need to add a little bit more gravy, or a little bit more salt and pepper, or if we're good. We want to keep adding our liquid till we get us some consistency that we're looking for. We're just about to get there. See, by adding our eggs in at the point we did, you see we don't have a bunch of big lumps in our gravy. You can see the eggs have cooked in it, but there's not just big chunks of egg. It's like an even mixture of eggs and gravy. And that's what we're after, is just that even mixture of eggs and gravy. A lot of people probably cook the eggs and set them aside and then add them to the gravy at the end. And I guess you could do that, but you won't get that even consistency if you do that. You're going to have chunks in your gravy, and personally I don't like chunky gravy. So we're just about there now. So what you want is your gravy, when you're dragging through like that, you can just see the bottom of the skillet trailing behind your spatula or spoon or whatever you're using to stir your gravy with. So we're gonna cut that off. We're gonna bowl it up, fix us a plate, and we'll be right back and do a taste test for you. All right, we got our gravy bowled up. We fixed this plate here. I got me a little bit of bacon to go with it because I like bacon. We're gonna do a little taste test for you here. Got it over biscuits. She's hot. Well, you can get that egg taste, get the bacon flavor, the chicken broth flavor. That is some really good gravy. Mixed over biscuits, a little side of bacon or sausage. Couldn't ask for a better breakfast. If you would, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share the knowledge. We appreciate all of you out there watching our videos, and we'll be back on the next one.